Hello, everyone, and welcome to this live stream. My name is Liam Finn, and I'm here with Astropreneur, and we have a special guest with us tonight, which is Alice Zhang. And Alice is actually with the company called Gong, and their brand name that you may have heard of is called MakerPi. So just before we get started with Alice and so on, asking some questions, I want everyone to remember that please, if you're on Facebook, click on the follow and click on the like, and if you're on YouTube, click on subscribe, click on the thumbs up, and click that bell so you get notified when we do future events. Now, just let me change it for a second. And now, so if you want to post questions, please do post questions in the chat. We will be asking those questions to Alice later on, so you can actually post questions, and we'll get back to your question in a moment. And also, you have the option to, if you want to sponsor the channel, here's my Patreon page. If you want to sponsor the channel on an ongoing basis, it helps pay for the live streaming. If you want to do a one-off payment, one-off sponsoring, you can actually do it through my PayPal, or you can just go along and buy me a coffee. Okay, so let's get into our interview with Alice. I know we're a little bit behind this today. We had some technical issues to work on. So let's bring Alice in. Hey, Alice, how are you? Oh, one second. You are on mute. I fixed that. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you.
So,
how about you, Ian?
Oh, I'm doing well. I'm sitting at home. I'm not in the office like you, so I work out at home full time. So where you see me right now is where I spend my day. Someone peering in. So we're here to try and get to know you because you do you and the lady who's looking in at the edge of the video. You do the live streams together. I've seen you on the live streams together, and we'd like to get the people to get to know you a little bit. Your video has frozen, I think, but it's okay. We can continue. Can you hear me? Hello, Alice. Can you hear me? Oh, we've lost Alice, have we? Yes, we've lost her. Well, folks, that's live streaming for you. Let's see if she gets back in a few moments. So just to let you know, MakerPi do a variety of different printers, and they've been around some time. But I was hoping that we can have Alice get back in and tell us a bit more about their company and about herself, because any of you who have been on their live streams have actually may have spoken with them or seen them online in the live streams. I see we have a few people. While we're waiting for Alice to get back, we have a few people on here. Hey, Matt, thank you for joining us again. Matt was on our hangout last night, and we also have Jerry from 3D Printing and Painting. And Jerry is, if you haven't been, I go hang out with Jerry a lot, and Jerry is holds hangouts as well on normally on a Friday night, I believe, or Saturday night. So you should check out those guys. But let's see if we can manage to get Alice back into the stream. Hopefully we can, because Jerry is asking if she's going to be back. Well, I really hope so, because she seems to have a technical problem. We had some connectivity issues earlier on, and let's see if she can get back into the stream. If not, it's going to cut our stream short, but we'll hang out a few moments to see if we can get her back. I hope so. And I hope Alice is out there. Let me just quickly message her on Facebook to see if she's there. Just letting her know that she left the stream. Hopefully she'll come back in and join us. Let me turn off that banner as well. So, I suppose while we're waiting for Alice, I have a question for everyone. Has anyone out there heard of MakerPi? Have any of you, as viewers, heard of the company? I have to admit, they're not. I haven't heard of them myself until fairly recently. I've heard bits and pieces about them, but not an awful lot, which is one of the reasons why I've reached out to Alice to come and talk to us. But let's see if we can get her back in. I believe she's working on it right now. And if not, it'll be a very short live stream. Technical problems happen, okay? And when you're dealing with having to go through a VPN, like the guys in China do, to reach us, to communicate with us, like this on Facebook and so on, and these streaming services, there's not much you can do about it. You know, technology is, to err is human, but to really mess up, you need a computer. And so Matt says, let's see, Matt German has said that he has heard of MakerPi, but he doesn't know anything about the company. So yeah, and like they've been around some time. So let's hope Alice can get back in. Let's see. I just messaged her again to see if I can get her to respond. Hopefully we do. But she says that their internet was slow, which is why we started late. If this doesn't work, and I don't manage to get Alice back in pretty soon, in a short while, what I'll do is I'll end the stream in a while. I can talk for hours and hours and hours but you're not here to hear about me. You're here to hear about MakerPi, and you hear about and to find out a little bit about Alice, which is the reason why you all joined. So hopefully we can get her to come back. So yeah, so let's see if I can get their website up. Let's bring up their website 1 second. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Let's see if I can, there we go. And I'm going to share my screen, so just give me one moment while we wait for Alice to get back. Oh, wait now, I think I got a message from her. Before I go sharing screens, let me see what she has to say. Okay. She's saying her internet is really poor, and I'm going to see if she can join. Okay, she's going to try again. So while I'm waiting for her to try again, I'm going to do a share a screen, and I'll share let me bring up the MakerPi page. So I'm going to share the screen. This is the MakerPi website, and they do the various different printers. Let me scroll here. This small printer, I mean, it's really small. Is designed for one-click printing, which is a nice feature, actually. I think it's a nice idea. They also have these printers here, which is the K5 and the K5 Plus, which come with an enclosure built in, right? Which are a nice printer. So you can actually do your ABS and so on. It comes with a pre-built-in enclosure. And I believe the K5 Plus actually comes with Wi-Fi as well. Now, the P2 is their latest printer that we're hoping to get Alice to talk a little bit about, and also to talk about the next version that's coming. They also, now the K5 Plus is actually a mixing printer. It can actually mix colors. Oh, sorry, forgive me. The K5 Mix is the mixing colors. So yeah, this is why we should have Alice here talking about the product, not me. And they have other blending printers out there as well, like the M2030. This one can actually blend your two color filaments as well into your printer. And not only that, but they also do really heavy grade industrial printers as well. So hopefully we can get Alice back in, and I don't have to talk about her printers anymore, and she can actually give you more information. And if not, we can. If not, we'll give her a few more minutes to see if she can get back in. And hopefully she can, and we can have a conversation. If not, we'll reschedule, right? If it's that bad, let me stop sharing for a moment, and I'll go back to the screen. Let me see if she's messaged me, if she's managed to get in, if she's managed. Okay, she says she's trying. What? Oh, here she comes, actually. Let's see if we can get her video to work. We're just waiting for her video to pop up. She's actually starting to come back in now. But she is having internet problems at her location. We tested this yesterday and actually a few times during the week, and the video was really good and the audio was great. And it's just today, as you know, the best laid plans go to waste. You know, no matter how much you plan and test and try, stuff is always going to fall flat in its face. Matt just said they look like good printers. I think I do agree, and they have some future plans as well for other printers. So let's see if we can get Alice. Are you there yet? No, she just lost connection again. So we may end up cutting this short and rescheduling at some point. Just let me just check, do a quick check with Alice. Let's see if she responds to me, and if not, we will cut it short. Unless some people have um, any other questions. She's trying again. Oh, there she is.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. You're here. That's what's important, right?
Okay, okay. Now I got the connection again. You can
Yes,
hear me.
I can hear you. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes. Now
Okay,
everything is better.
excellent. Well, I gave everybody a quick tour of your website so they could see some of your printers while we were waiting for you to come in.
Okay. I need to check if there is any questions.
No, don't worry about that. I will take care of the questions. I will take care of the
Okay.
questions. So I'm going to start off. So now that we've gotten you back, let's start off with our chat. Okay. So
Okay.
Alice is with MakerPi, and so Alice, tell us a little bit about yourself, like where you grew up, what part of China you grew up in, and so on.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Alice. My Chinese name is Yu. I'm from Yichun, Jiangxi province in China. I was born in a small but beautiful village.
Okay, so was it a like what type of village was it? A horticulture with a like with a grew stuff village, or was it a small uh, normal small town?
Uh,
Was it a farming community or not? Or not?
what's
No,
sorry?
was it a farming community?
Family?
Farming, yes. No?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So, so how long have you been like? Okay, where did you go to college?
Uh, Also in Jiangxi province, I was graduated from Jiangxi University of Science and Technology. My major is international economy and trade.
Okay, and where did you work before MakerPi?
Also in Shenzhen, I was worked as overseas sales in a technology company. Uh, I got the offer from my university. I made my last boss from my university, and during the first 2 years after my graduation, uh, I participated some exhibitions, industry exhibitions from maybe in Hong Kong and
Okay.
Russia. I met many good colleges there, and they often helped me a lot. So the first 2 years work experience is very impressive in my life.
Mm-hmm. So where in Russia did you go to?
Moscow.
Moscow. Okay. Yeah, Moscow's nice. It's a nice city.
Yes, it's very, very beauty. It's very
Yeah.
beautiful. when I went there, there is snowing. I like the snow because I was born in the south of China, so uh, I haven't seen many snows in the winter, such
Okay.
as now. The the Shenzhen is very hot here in even in November or December.
Well, if you like snow, I'll trade you. You come here to Michigan because it's really cold,
Yes,
and I
yes.
will
If
go
I
there.
have a chance, I will go there.
We will do a trade, okay?
Yes.
I like the sun. I like the heat. I do not like the cold. I do not like the winters.
So coronavirus pass soon will go away. The coronavirus.
Well, hopefully, I think it's around for another
Yes,
6 or 8 months here in the
yes. I
US.
also hope everything will be fine, will
Yeah,
be normal again.
eventually, eventually.
Yes, then we can
Yeah,
go travel in all over the world.
yeah. So you studied in international studies and so on, and then you straight out of college you started going into sales, and so your title right now at MakerPi is overseas sales, correct? Manager, correct?
Yes,
So you're involved in is it marketing or just our marketing and sales for the overseas market? And where is your main overseas market outside of China?
uh, China. You
No,
mean the overseas countries?
yes.
Uh, Most of my customers are from America and Europe.
Okay, good. So
My biggest customer is from Russia, and our the biggest customers in our company is from Japan.
oh, okay. I saw one of your colleagues post a picture of a shipment ready to go out for Russia that was being tested. It was a room full of printers. I saw one of your colleagues post it online. So it was kind of cool to watch to see that many printers being shipped.
Yes.
So so why did you choose to move to MakerPi?
Uh, I came to make pie from last year. When I aside from last company, I went here for interview. The When I came in the office, I was deeply attracted by the 3D printer. I never saw the product before, and I just know something a little about 3D printing. Uh, so when I came here and see and saw the products, I thought uh, this kind of product will be more and more popular in future, and not only know uh, by overseas countries, but also in China domestic market.
Hmm.
Maybe as you know now, as we know now, not many people, even kids, know 3D printing in China. So I think the market will be bigger and bigger.
If you can introduce it
So
to the
so
local market, yeah.
so maybe. But when I came here, I know MakePi is not well known from all over the world because we started marketing in overseas market is much later than other 3D printer factories like Quality, Flash Forge.
Hmm.
So I thought it will be hard. It will be hard, but I thought I can, and I want to have a try.
Yeah, well, as someone who has multiple 3D printers, and a lot of people I deal with have multiple 3D printers. they find it. I find it interesting that most of the 3D printers, the vast majority of manufacturing is in China, but 3D printing is not a big market in China. It's a bigger market overseas.
Yes. So,
Yeah, that's kind of interesting
so
because
I think, so I think even though the brand is not well known, but I think if we have a team and try our best to market in overseas, try our best, then we can get we can make it, and we can make more and more people know us and use our products.
well, this is going to help, right? Because there's people who have probably never heard of MakerPi who are who are here watching right now, and this is going to be recorded online forever, so everybody can see it at any time, and they get to know a little bit about your company. So it's going to help in that way. So that's a good side of it. So
Yes,
you're in
thank you.
sales. What is your normal day? Let's say you get up in the first thing that you get up in the morning. What is your normal day if you are sitting in work?
My normal day.
Yeah.
Yes. Uh, Usually I get up at 7:30 morning, then make up, then go to the office by the metro. When I reach the office, firstly I will check the models I printed last day. You can
Okay.
see printers in our office, and we can play them if we want. So
So
uh,
you set up the printers? Do you actually set up and prepare the models for printing, or does engineering help you?
yes, yes,
You do it yourself?
in myself.
It, do you do the 3D printing yourself? You get the
Yes,
model, slice it, and put it into the printer. Yes.
yes, I slice. I haven't designed the 3D models, but I download from the website and slice with our software, then print by myself in the office. I have printed many things, but like this
Oh, nice.
and this pumpkin.
The grumpy pumpkin.
Yes.
So,
Uh,
like, most people in sales or marketing that I've spoken to never slice their own models. They have somebody else do it for them. So you're the first person I've come across that actually slices their own models and prints them themselves. Because most people have somebody else do it for them, like their engineers do it for them.
yes.
That's kind of cool because you're actually hands on. You're not the one of these people saying, "Here, do this for me," and then engineering do the work, and then you show it to everybody and say, "Look how nice this is." But
Yes.
you actually do it yourself, which is nice.
Yes, I also tell our colleges new members when there are new members coming in join in MakerPi, I will teach them how to use how to operate the 3D printer. Yes, the operation is very easy. It's very easy for each one, but how to print it well is very hard. We need
Okay.
we need study how to make the model smooth and no waves.
Yeah, yeah,
Leveling about some skills in 3D printing.
mhm.
Yes, back to the life of my day.
Yeah. So
Yes.
continue.
So after checking the models, I will start check. I will start check my emails. So as I told you, the most customers of me are from America and Europe. So the early in the morning and the late afternoon, I also I'm very busy in work.
Yeah.
So then after work, the same, I will take the measure back home and cook for dinner, then have a walk, then back to sleep. Maybe before sleep, I will recheck my email. Maybe I have something to deal with.
Mm-hmm. So how many emails would you get in one day?
One day, I may sometimes the emails very loud, and
Mm-hmm.
sometimes because every day I will search emails. I will search customers from the Google website,
Mm-hmm.
Google, LinkedIn, and Facebook. Every day I need to marketing.
Yeah.
Because as I said, MakerPi is not well known in overseas market, so we need marketing every day and search 3D printer distributors, resellers
Oh, cool.
every day. So
Yeah.
I write many emails every day. So for maybe 50 to 100
That
pieces
sounds like my day.
emails every day.
Yeah.
Then maybe there are 4 to 10 emails reply. They may say they are interested in the item, the M1 or P2 or P5 Plus. They will tell us and ask about price. Then we reply to them.
So let's talk about your latest project. Like tell us a bit about the latest printer that you've released.
Yes, actually, the we will publish 1 or 2 new models in 6 months. In
Yeah,
each
but
6 months. So
right now,
uh,
what is the latest
right
printer you
now,
recently? Yeah, yeah,
right now the newest model is M1 and the P2. Uh, the M1 is published in last year.
yeah.
In last year, the model is finished last year, and we got a lot of sales after marketing because the model is designed for beginners. It's
Hmm.
very small and light, only 2.2 kgs. It's very convenient for me to take in my bag and go everywhere. It's very light. You can see.
Yeah, you could put it in your backpack and carry it with you.
Yes, it's very light,
Yeah,
just like my bag.
yeah.
Then you can see. Can you see it?
Yes, I can see the printer. Yes,
Yes, it is one button printing. It's very friendly for beginners
nice.
and uh, no no leveling, no leveling.
Oh, auto levels. Okay.
This is auto leveling and it has magnetic platform. Uh, Look at this model. I printed it last day.
That
Then when I came here this morning, it is finished. Then I keep it on the platform to show you. It's
that's
very it's very easy to take off.
Deadpool. Yeah, that's Deadpool, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, nice.
Uh, uh, it should be a good gift for kids, even for designers
Yeah,
and every 3D printer beginners.
yeah.
And it's very cheap.
And it'd be a good
No,
for a classroom also. In the classroom, when they want to do printing in a for young kids in a classroom, they just
yes,
have to put the SD in and push one button and walk
yes,
away.
and convenient for everyone to take in back.
Yeah, that's nice.
Maybe when you see it in the shop in maybe airport, and you want to buy for your kids or your friends, you can take it
Yeah, carry-on luggage.
Yes,
Yeah, it's so small.
and
So what about next? What projects are you working on right now? What's coming in the near future?
uh, we have another new model P2, the DIY machine. Maybe you have saw in, you have seen in our Facebook.
Yeah, yeah, I've seen some in
Mm.
your Facebook. I've seen pictures.
Yes, the
So,
DIY 3D printer
yeah,
with 260 by 260 printing size, a little larger than N3.
yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Yes, and it has magnetic platform also as well.
Oh, nice. And
Yes,
and that's a Cardigan style printer. It's like an open style frame printer, not
yes,
an
that is
enclosed
open
printer.
source. It's
Yeah,
open source, and we designed in several module parts. It's very convenient for users to assembly.
yeah. So that's the P2. So what's coming up next? Now I know you and I have talked a little bit about what's coming next after the P2, which is out. You're looking
Yes,
at the P2
P2
Pro.
Pro.
Yes.
Yes, that is the dual extruder machine. It's not the same with our M2030X. Not the same. The two extruders are different. One is designed for PLA, another one is designed for TPU and PVA materials. So it attracted many distributors and our old customers. At the beginning, we start marketing with the features,
Hmm.
and we will publish it maybe at the end of this month.
Nice.
We will send several pieces to our old customers and new distributors for test. And they will feedback
Hmm.
the suggestions and ideas to us. Maybe some functions need upgrade or a little change. But
Yeah,
we have tested it very good. You can see this model.
that's nice. Yeah, dual color
Yes,
iron.
yes, it can support PLA, ABS, PVA, and TPU.
Oh, nice. Um,
Mm,
and so that's coming the end. That's coming later this year. And what about you mentioned something about the P3?
P3 Pro.
Yes.
Yes, we will initiate a crowdfunding with the P3 Pro. Uh, we have shared the date sheet in our Facebook group. Did you see?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I've been, I've given some feedback as well on that. Yeah,
Yes, the two models, uh, the two models are lifted design.
yeah. So they're like the
You can
Ultimaker.
switch it.
Yeah, so they're like the Ultimaker. So the nozzle will print, and the one that's not being used lifts up out of the way while this one prints, and then when it's time for the second nozzle, they switch, and the second nozzle will print. So there's
Yes,
no chance of the nozzle impacting your part.
yes.
Hmm.
That is the same as Artmaker.
Hmm. Yeah, that's a good design because there's always a worry when you have dual nozzles that one of them is going to hit the part and knock the part off the bed, or break something. So or knock over supports.
Yes, and another attractive function is the high temp nozzle. We we designed it with two different nozzles. One of them are high temp. It can get up to 300 degrees.
Wow, so that means you can print a lot of material,
Yes,
uh,
it can support more
mhm,
filaments.
a lot more filament types.
Yes,
That's a good design because there are a lot of people have been asking. Like most people will stick with PLA and PETG and maybe ABS, But there are people out there who do go to the more exotic materials and want to print the hot materials that require higher temperatures.
Yes.
And that's good. There is a demand for that out there. There is a lot of people who have demand who print parts like they'll print carbon fiber or something like that because they want to be a functioning part for cars and stuff. So,
And another nozzle is normal.
oh, so you
And
have one hot nozzle and one regular temperature nozzle?
yes, one is normal, another one is high temp.
Oh, okay.
And the bed temp is 110 degrees. And we designed the auto leveling on the P3 Pro, and there's also a silence driver.
Silent steppers, okay. Yeah, there's a
and
big demand
the
for those also.
and the touch screen.
Touchscreen, okay.
Uh, the most attractive, I think, is the price. We will publish with about $349. I think it is very it's a competitive price in the
Yeah,
dual extruder market.
it sounds like it for that price, yeah, because you might get there's you might get for that price you might get one with a mixing head, but with two separate extruders for that price, I haven't heard of anybody else doing it. So it is
Yes,
competitive price.
and this model can expand it to other functions such as laser engraving and CNC
Oh, you're going to
and
add function for
and
that printer?
mixed color model, mixed color extruder like our M2030X can make the colors mixing.
Oh, blend, yeah.
It, this is gradient color mix, and another model is fixed proportion. Do you know? Make two colors inside and create the third color. Maybe use blue and red can create the purple color.
Yeah. So let's see. Let me turn that off. So you're like I know you have a lot of your staff are busy on your forums and on your Facebook. I've spoken to a few of them. There's one or two in our chat right now, like Timo's in the chat and so on. Um, like, what do you do with the data when someone comes to you and says, why don't you do a printer that has this feature or this feature? Like all metal hot end is one, or hardened steel nozzles, or flexible steel beds. Like but you do flexible bed today. So what happens with that information when people ask those questions on the forums?
Yes, we are really appreciated for your uh, ideas and suggestions in the forum.
Hmm.
Uh, we collected the suggestions every day and passed to our RD department. They will consider in our current models, and maybe in future models we will add the extra we will add the functions uh, you asked
Hmm.
in our
Nice.
future models.
Yeah, it's good to see. It's nice to see companies take requests from end users like us, and to actually use them in future designs.
Yes,
Because if not, like having the online communication is pointless because so it's good that we see that. And I think more and more companies are starting to use that feedback. They used
yes,
to, but they are starting now. It's getting better.
yes. We hope there will be more and more people join in our project and make it more and more popular and make our products um, uh, add more functions
Mhm.
people like use.
So okay, so we talked a little bit about what's going on and what your future plans are for the next 12 months. So tell us a little bit about the company. Like most people don't like. we hear of a brand name, and the brand name is like, okay, I know what Creality is, I know what MakerPi is, I know what JG Maker is, I know what Tronxy is. There's lots of names out there, but we don't know anything about the company. So tell us a little bit about the company, how it began, and so on.
MakerPi, our company is built in 2012. I think it's a little early than other 3D companies. Do you think
Okay.
so?
There's various. There's some
In
that are,
China, in China.
yeah. Well, 2012, and maybe there might have been one or two before that, but most of them are after that date. I think a lot of them are after that date.
Okay, yes. The four founders, are roommates in the university. They
Oh,
established the company after in the second year after their graduation. When I knew it, I was really amazing because they have really good cooperation relations till now.
that's how Google started. They started off in college.
Yes, they
Yeah.
studied from college and just established a company together in the second year after their graduation. Um, then, then they started to provide 3D printer for domestic market.
Okay.
Maybe in 2017, they started to uh, market in overseas countries, but I think it's a little later than other companies, other factories.
Yeah.
But as
Cool.
you know, we are the first one to design and produce mixed color 3D printer in China and make it printing stably.
Okay. So first to do mixed print heads. Cool.
Yes,
So, um, so as you said, you developed your first in-house printer, which is a dual color, and there's been
yes,
many printers since. There's been many
mix
different printers since. So,
not only dual color. The most attractive uh, printing mode is mixed color. As I introduced to you just now, it can support two types of mixing. One is gradient, another one is fixed proportion.
okay.
And we are well known in domestic market in China. Uh, you know our Chinese brand is Sengong,
Yeah.
and the overseas brand is MakerPi. Sengong is well known in China. You can search in the Baidu. Do you know
No.
the search searching website
Oh,
in China?
Banggood. Banggood. Yes.
Mm, not
No.
Banggood. Uh, I mean the website searching website just like Google.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do not know that one.
Yes. So I just want to uh, tell our customers we should have confidence in our products because we have technology. We had technology at the beginning of 2012.
Hmm. So,
So we can and we have technology to make a better and more perfect 3D printer for our friends, our customers, and we can make our products not only well known in China but also in overseas countries from all over the world.
well, that's what everybody wants, right? They want the product to be sold internationally and accepted, and everybody knows their name, that's the ultimate goal, right? That means you sell more product. So so you did mention earlier on that you do your own printing and so on, which is kind of interesting. Now I'm going to ask a question. Out of all of your printers that you have today, that you make, that you have in the office, what is your favorite printer?
In our company,
Yeah, the one that you use, because you've used all of them. What is your favorite printer of all of the ones that you've used?
I think it's the K5 Plus.
Yeah, I like. They look nice. The one because it comes with
Yes,
its
it
own
is a
enclosure.
yes, it is full close design and it has multi functions like module nozzle. I really like the module nozzle because sometimes I have problems in the DIY 3D printer. I need use the make take off the screws.
Okay.
It takes much time of me. So if I have some problems in on the K5 Plus, I just need replace the nozzle module. It's very convenient for me, and
That's
it
nice.
can support laser engraving and Wi-Fi monitoring.
So, so the Wi-Fi, does it mean Wi-Fi to that, or it joins your home Wi-Fi and you can monitor it remotely?
Monitoring on the mobile phone and the computer.
Okay, cool. So, so you've told us about what's coming up next. Do we have a couple of questions? Let me
And
see.
excuse me. Let's talk a little more about our 3D printer.
Okay, go on. You
After
can have,
the
yeah, you can have a moment. Sure.
after the K5 Plus, I really like the M1. It's very convenient for me, and I have taken the small machine back to my hometown in during the National Days holiday in in October. Yes,
Okay.
in October. In
Yeah.
October, when I took it back to my hometown and show to the kids in kids there, they really like it, and they haven't heard of 3D printer before. They excited and run to my house every day to see how I operate and what models I have printed. They are really excited about the maybe small toys in the
Yeah. Well,
and
that's one way of getting the word out about your product is to go to schools and offer
yes,
printers to schools so the kids get to use them in school. So when they leave school, they have experience and knowledge and they know your product name. So then
yes,
they go out to buy them themselves and say, "Oh, I've used this product before. I've used MakerPi before." So
yes, we have uh, mm, our brand and our 3D printer is used in many schools in China, but not enough. There are still many people don't know 3D printer, especially in small cities and even in villages like my hometown. All
mhm.
the all the kids don't know 3D printing, so I hope in future our printer can uh, help more people and more kids know and join in 3D printing world and make it useful for their work and life and study.
Yeah. Is in like in the US and I'm sure in Europe it's becoming commonplace. Lots of people have printers. Well, I wouldn't say everybody, but there's a
Yes,
percentage that have them at home. Some of us have
yes,
multiple printers at home.
but in China, no.
Yeah, and the it's used heavily as well in industry in the US as well and in Europe. Not only just FDM printers like what you sell, but also resin and laser and metal 3D printing is becoming a big commonplace. Like SpaceX, the company, the SpaceX to build rockets. Part of their rockets is built in the 3D printer. They 3D
Yes,
print parts of their rockets in a metal 3D printer. So 3D printing is getting very, very, very popular on for industry, I believe, and I think it can go a long way. So I, you know a little about 3D printers because you use them. If you had the option to build the perfect 3D printer, what would it have?
more perfect 3D printer.
Yeah, the perfect. No money. Money is no problem. What would be your perfect 3D printer?
I think they can have good printing, have good printing, and with most functions in the market, such
Okay.
as laser engraving, CNC, and auto labeling, and Wi-Fi. Not only monitor, but also operate through the Wi-Fi. And you
Mm-hmm.
can send the models through the Wi-Fi and print outside of the house. Whenever you can monitor and operate your 3D printer in your home
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
big
Remote.
size.
Yeah. Remote access is a big thing that people want nowadays, to be able to
Yes,
monitor and
yes,
watch what's going on.
maybe it can support every materials.
That would be the ultimate printer. Yes, it would.
Maybe in future, I think technology is changing every day,
Hmm.
improving the technology every day.
It is. I
It's
think so too.
developing very fast.
Yeah. So,
And we
what
will
about?
design a larger size in future. We have received some suggestions and ideas about larger 3D larger size, such as maybe 300 and 500. And
Mhm.
we have produced a large machine with 1,000 by 1,000.
Oh yes, for industry. Yes.
I have show in my Facebook.
Hmm. So, uh, a lot of industry is looking at really big printers, um, but more of home users are starting to move to big printers now as well. Like 500 is becoming fairly common-ish in with some people, and even some people are building their own 1,000 by 1,000 by 1,000 at home themselves.
Uh, I think not many people like the large machine, but five. Uh, what
Me.
you like it? You
Yes.
like it?
Yeah,
Maybe
I like large print areas because I print big stuff. So
because the size is very large and my
yeah,
house is very small.
yeah, yeah.
I,
It is
I,
about space.
I like the desktop 3D printer, but I think I will choose the 500 by 500 because, as my boss said, it will be designed on DIY 3D printer,
Hmm.
so it will be cheaper than Broca's 3D printer.
Yeah, because if is yeah, because assembly takes time and money. So if it's not as pre-assembled, fully
Yes, our
assembled, then
purpose. Yes,
yeah,
our purpose is making more and more people can afford the 3D printer and use for their life and work and study.
yeah. So let me get to some of the questions that we've been asked. So let me see here. Um, there's been questions there, but Timo has been answering them for people. Let me see what he says. He has nothing to say. I don't understand what he's saying there.
Okay,
Let's have a quick
I
look here.
heard it, but I don't know anything about it. So our marketing is not very good. So
Yeah,
we hope more and more people like you to support us and help us
yeah, of course, yeah.
in
So that the M1, how much is the M1 to purchase?
M1.
Yes, the one, the small desktop one that you have there with you.
Please pardon.
The desktop, the M1 printer that you have on the desk with you, the small printer. What is the
Yes,
price? What is the cost? Yes, that one. How much does that
cost
cost?
the retail price is $159.
Okay.
In we are selling on Banggood, Gearbest in the Amazon, AliExpress, and some of our distributors all over the world. And we
Okay.
have two warehouse, two overseas warehouse in American and America, and one warehouse in Poland.
Oh, in Poland as well.
Yes,
So
they can ship everywhere in Europe.
okay, yeah, because Poland is part of the European Union, so they can ship anywhere, and there's
Yes, the
no
cost is very low.
yeah, yeah, because there's no taxes involved, because they can ship within the EU.
And whenever new partners join us, we can fastly send the sample to them for test. It's very convenient.
Mhm. So Matt is wondering how fast can you print? Let's say, I think Matt was referring to the large printer, the G5, I think it's called, is it? The large enclosed printer that you said that you use a lot?
The large code
Is it the M5 or G5?
G5.
I'd have to look it up. 1 second. I'm on your page.
Uh,
The K5. How fast can the K5 print?
how fast?
Mm,
You mean the printing speed?
yes.
It's 280, 280, but the suggested speed is 40 to 60.
For PLA. Okay.
It's the same as all the FDM 3D printer. If you want to print well,
Mhm.
you shouldn't just focus on the speed, right?
Agreed. Yeah, the speed is one thing, but it depends on it, you have to sacrifice quality when you go too fast.
Yes.
So you
Sometimes
need.
if we don't mind the quality of the model, we can print it faster. But uh, if we need better quality of the model or of the printing model, we need we with better print in 40 to 60.
Yeah. Matt will also ask what is the biggest platform. And I think you answered that a moment ago. It's 1 meter cube, correct?
It's one
1,000 by 1,000 by 1,000 is the biggest printer that you create.
yes. Yes,
Okay.
currently that model is the biggest, and we have three industrial model, the K300 and the S300 and S400, especially the 400 S400.
Hmm.
That is designed for peak.
Okay.
It's a high temp 3D printer with 450 degrees.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's hot. Yeah.
Hardened steel nozzle used
Hmm.
in hardened steel nozzle.
Yeah. And that will print anything below that temperature as well. It will print up to peak, but anything below that would work also.
Yes.
Yeah. So, um,
I
oh,
plan to visit China.
that's Matt. Yes, Matt says he was here about visiting China. Yes. Um,
But as I know now the we can't go outside and you can't come here, right?
yeah.
Because of the
There's no real travel. It's
coronavirus.
not safe. Yeah,
Yes,
there's no travel. It's not
it's
safe
not
right now.
allowed it.
Yeah. In the few months, maybe that will fix. So Matt was making us ask the question: if you have a printer that can print any material, what about having the like the K5 has the interchangeable heads? If you're doing a printer that can do any material, have the interchangeable heads on it, so that way then it's easy to switch if you need to, including switching nozzle sizes.
Yes, it's very convenient
Hmm.
to change other size of nozzles. Maybe we know the standard nozzle size is 0.4. 0.4. Then
Yeah.
with the quick replace nozzle model, we can quickly change to other sites like 0.2 and 0.8, maybe, and 0.6.
So, Jerry at 3D Printing and Painting is asking, do you sell on Amazon in the US?
US.
Do you sell
Jerry.
on US Amazon?
Yes, we sell the printers on US Amazon, and we are going to have a account in Germany.
Okay, Amazon and DE. Okay. Do you? It's not a question here, but I know some of these people are
Let me
thinking about it. What about?
let me try.
Okay,
Let me
I'm looking at the
see.
questions here. But a question that's not
Ask.
there, but I know people are wondering, is do you do sales like in Thanksgiving and Christmas and so on?
Code for you. What's the biggest print
Yeah,
platform
we've asked that
size?
already. Yeah, we've asked that
Oh,
already.
yes, we have replied.
Yeah, I think we've applied to all of them. So the question is, do you do sales like in like Thanksgiving and Christmas and so on here in the US to try and globally to try and drive?
Yes, yes, we will
So
share the coupons and discount in the Thanksgiving and Christmas Day.
okay, and what about for
Just
Thanksgiving in the States, in the
yes,
US?
we just looking forward it.
Because in Thanksgiving, there's a lot of people buy stuff online,
Yes,
and especially this year. So it's a good time to market products on online systems because, excuse me, because a lot of people do not
it's
travel
okay.
right now, and they buy online right now, and
Yes, they buy online and watch the live stream every day.
mhm, yeah, Thanksgiving is like Singles Day in China, like 11/11. Oh, that whole
Yeah,
weekend of
yes,
Thanksgiving is like 11/11 for you.
it's a tradition day.
Yeah, yeah. So but it's a big day, and Thanksgiving is like
Shopping
that
day,
here.
shopping day.
Yeah, yeah. It is also here. So it's a big shopping week. It's actually a whole shopping week because you have Thanksgiving Thursday, you have the Friday, you have that all that weekend, and then Monday is Cyber Monday where everyone buys stuff online. So there's a whole almost a whole week of sales that whole week. So it's a really big selling time and a lot of people buy stuff online that time of the year. So do you have any we I don't think we've no other questions right now. Do you have any final words you would like to say to our viewers?
Thanks for joining us and share your ideas and suggestions. We hope you can continue supporting us in future, and we will try our best to develop more and more perfect and useful 3D printer for you.
Perfect. The perfect ending. So I'll be with you again in a moment. I'm gonna switch over to just me only, and I'm gonna do a bit of a closeout with everybody, and then I'll end the stream and I'll come back to you. Okay, so hold on one moment.
One moment.
Yeah, just hold on one moment.
Okay.
So thank you everybody for joining us. It was fun. Remember, click like, click subscribe, click thumbs up, click follow, whatever media you're on, and please uh, give some attention to the channel. Share the channel out. There is not going to be a stream next week. There's next weekend, our next Thursday. There's no stream because it's Thanksgiving here in the US, and that's where I'm based. The following week after that, which is the December 3rd, at 8 p.m. in the evening, I'm going to have the chief operations officer from IC3D, which is a US based filament and 3D printer manufacturer, who are going to come on and have a discussion with us. So you're going to learn a little bit about that company, and it's a local company here in the States. Now, as I said at the beginning of the stream, please remember the stream is never free. Like, it's free to you, but if you can support it, it actually helps. So not only support by liking, but if you want to give ongoing support, you can join my Patreon, or you can do a one-off support through PayPal if you wish to. Or finally, you can actually just go buy me a coffee. It helps keep the stream alive. So thank you all. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next Wednesday at 8 p.m. for my hangout, which I hold every Wednesday evening. And then our next live stream like this will be on the following Thursday on December 3. Thank you all, and have a good night.